I'm back. I'm gonna clear up some questions that I've been getting about the PSP GO. This is gonna be part 2 of my other video. We're gonna start off. A lot of people have been asking me about these back rubberized things right there. They asked me, do they affect the gameplay? They do not at all. They're actually way more helping than hurting. They're pretty much like rubber and they stick out, so when you sit your PSP on a table or something, this like the back of your PSP won't scratch. So like your little PSP and your Sony, nothing will be like, there will be no scratches on the plastic of your back there. So those are good. They're a plus. Another thing people have been asking me about was the front clock here. Is when you close the device. You can also change that by, the light's kind of messing it up here, but if you hold both of them together, you can get a date, and you can, by switching or left or right, you can go month to month and look at your calendar. So that's a neat feature, I guess, if you're really into the calendar. Another question I got is my music. People wondered did I get them into the folders instead of like how the old PSP is, where you have to look through all those like files. The folders are just artist names by themselves, and when you go into the artist, you'll get all the artist tracks and everything on there. Where that comes from is the Media Go software. So when you get your PSP Go, there will be a Media Go software CD in the box. You don't need to use that because you can download, like I did. I had the Media Go software off the internet for free before I even had my PSP Go, so you can just go off there and use that like it is. We're gonna go into another one. There's people want to know what firmware the PSP Go ships with. It ships with 5.7. I am aware of the 6.0 software that's out, but the 6.0 is only for the PSP 1000, 2000, and 3000. PSP Go, it has a whole nother firmware than the 1000, 2000, and 3000 models. So just to clear that up, 5.7 ships with the Go. 6.0 is for the old models. Another one is these buttons are smaller than the older PSPs, but there's a lot of people who think that they're like gonna be too small because they're like, oh, I have big hands, blah blah blah. I have bigger hands than like the average person, and these buttons are perfectly sized. Like I can press all 4 buttons like with my thumb, but they're like, you can press each button comfortably, so the buttons aren't a problem for people who think they have big hands. It won't affect it at all. Another one, people think that the 4.3 inch screen of the 1000, 2000, and 3000 is better than this one. I can tell you right now, this screen is 10 times better than the other PSPs. You probably couldn't tell from this video, but this screen is way crisper than the other models. I'm going to show you a video on here. You probably won't see it because I'm not like shooting this video in like high definition or anything, but the pixel count is the same, so with a smaller screen it looks way better than the other one. And you can also close your PSP from the controls, and like if you're watching a video or something.
As the acclaimed Gran Turismo series races on the PSP system for the first time ever. It's been over 10 years since the first Gran Turismo, and I thought it was about time that I made a compact and deep Gran Turismo that anyone can just pick up and play. Running at a super smooth 60 frames per second, Gran Turismo.
If you really couldn't tell from the video, just take my word for it. The screen is way more crisp than the other models. I promise you that much. As far as like the music and internet, it's all pretty much the same as the other PSPs, which is a little disappointing because you pay a little bit more money than the other models for it to not really change that much. So my overall opinion of the PSP Go is there's pros and cons. The pros, like the whole form factor and everything, size and everything, it is way better than the other models. The only thing that I'm gonna miss from my 3000 model that I just traded into GameStop today, actually, only thing I'm gonna miss about that are the shoulder buttons, which these ones aren't that bad, but I just like the other shoulder buttons better. And the only other thing that I'm gonna miss is actually nothing, because the PSP Go is perfect. I don't know what I was thinking. There is the only thing I don't like that much about the Go is the shoulder buttons, but I can manage with them or whatever. Another question is battery life. People were thinking that the PSP Go's battery life is gonna be the same as the 3000s. I've had my Go for 3 days now, not including today. I've had it for 3 days now, and I can play a game for like 4.5–5 hours easy, and still have like a little bit of battery left to go. Like if you're listening to music, of course you can listen to it longer than that, but as far as battery life is, the battery life is better on the PSP Go, even though the battery has lower mAh than the other ones. And the reason for that is it doesn't have to power that 4.3-inch display, and nor does it have to run a UMD drive, which also sucks battery juice. So the PSP Go's battery is better than the other PSPs, even though the other PSP batteries are bigger. So just to clear that up, Go battery won't be a problem. It is good. Other than that, everything is pretty much the same. One thing I did notice about the PSP Go, that you cannot check your battery status like you can on the other previous models, which is a little bit of a problem, because you want to know like where you stand with your battery. Even though I guess with the other PSPs it wasn't all that it wasn't right, I'm not, what word am I looking for? It wasn't correct anyways. Like most of the time it would tell you that you have like 4 hours left of gameplay, and you would play for 2 hours, and your battery indicator would start blinking. So I guess that's I don't know what to really think about that. But other than that, the PSP Go, good system. Worth it for $250 if you're going straight to the PSP Go. But if you have a 1 to 3000, you have a lot of UMDs. I don't know if you would like consider if you changing your mind about getting it, because you have a lot of UMDs and you don't want to upgrade and have to buy all your games and buy all the accessories and everything else. But I love the PSP Go. I mean, I'm not even a Sony fanboy either, because I've tried, you know, a lot of systems, you know, Xbox, Wii, and everything. I just love the PSP, even the older models, but the Go is the best to go with. Would I rate the Go over the DSi? Hell yes. I bought the DSi the day it came out. I like Sony, but it wasn't for me. I mean, it's for like, nobody get offended, but it's more for like girls or little kids or something. It's not really for like a hardcore gamer like myself. But like I said, PSP Go's crispy screen really helps. Games, I got a couple games I bought on there. I love the PSP Go's storage, the 16 gigabytes built in. I'm going to get a 16 gigabyte card on Thursday when the Go releases. That's all I have. If you have any more questions about the PSP Go, just let me know, and leave me a message, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I could.